Call the July 15th, 2025 St. John Park and Recreation meeting to order. Stand for pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mike Moffett,
Here.
Pat Connolly, Stephanie Kriesbaum,
Here.
Mary Robert,
Here.
Eric Velisca.
Number 4, looking for a motion to approve the minutes, the June 30th minutes as posted.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of June 30th, 2025.
We have a motion by Mary Roberts. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
I have a second by Stephanie Kriesbaum. All in favor of the motion signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried, 3-0. Old business, Gates Park update.
I think we're still closing out on some of the stuff that was done. It's basically done. We just gotta do a final walkthrough and do the punch list so we can finish pay. But overall, it's like 99% completed. We still have our phase 3 coming up with the bathrooms. I think we'll talk about it in a little bit.
Great. New business. A, motion to authorize SEH to initiate the bidding process for the Gates Bathroom and Pavilion project. I believe we have a representative from SEH, Glenn Peterson, on the line. Glenn, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Just wanted to get a chance here. I'm not sure if you guys have all had a chance to see the final plans for the bathroom pavilion near the pickleball and playground area at Gates Park. But that should be in your hands. We are finalizing that. And we are ready to go out to bid on this. So the intention would be to advertise later this week and have these bids received prior to your August meeting.
All right, any other questions for Glenn? You guys?
No.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Peterson.
Yep, thank you.
Have you guys looked over this at all? Basically, it's for
I
like,
did.
it's, I mean, if you look, see the layout, it's a pretty nice layout. I
Yes.
think this is actually gonna help a little bit with the noise, because when you see like, it's a pretty good sized bathroom with the men's, women's, with the maintenance in the middle, pavilion area, with like a lot of landscape around the sides and the edges. So definitely go in that direction. I think it's gonna help with noise, if people have complaints about that. You guys, any other discussion about it?
No, sir.
This is just the beginning of, starting.
Bidding.
Just put the bids out, get the bids out.
Yep.
Get it rolling, and then, in the future, we'll look at it and see what we gotta do.
Okay.
I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
We got a motion on the floor by Stephanie Kriesbaum, with second by Mary Roberts. All in favor of the motion signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A, and it's carried 3-0. There be approval of the 2025 independent contract agreements for Teresa Rademacher for home alone safety classes.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion by Stephanie Kriesbaum. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second by Mary Roberts. All in favor of the motion signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A, and it's carried 3-0. Letter C, look for a motion for approval of the 2025 independent contractor agreement for Kelly Schinnebarger for Zumba classes.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion on the floor by Mary Robert. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Stephanie Kriesbaum. All in favor of the motion signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A, and it's carried 3-0. Letter D, looking for a motion for the approval of the 2025 Young Rembrandts and Bricks for Kids contracts.
So moved.
I have a motion by Mary Roberts. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Stephanie Kriesbaum. All in favor of the motion signify with an aye.
Aye.
It's nay, and it's approved 3-0. Sorry. Letter E, looking for a motion for the approval of the 2025 independent contractor agreement for Jesse Hernandez for the region basketball programs.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion by Stephanie Kriesbaum. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second by Mary Roberts. All in favor of the motion signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A, and it's carried 3-0. We have any other new business? I had one thing we talked about before the meeting. Looking for someone to make a motion. The Founder's Park, originally, I believe the last name was Ellen, the Ellen family. We said we're gonna like put a bench out there, a memorial or something. I believe we have an extra bench. I think at this time, we just, make a motion to go ahead and get a plaque made for that bench. Get the bench installed out there, whenever convenient for Public Works or Parks or whoever you got,
Yes, sir.
Parks Department, sorry. I don't know if someone would like to make that motion, or,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
we have a motion by Stephanie Kriesbaum, a second by Mary. All in favor, signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A, and it's carried. Reports and correspondence. Board members. I wanted both the Pickle Park grand opening. Had a lot of people say it was really a cool time. There was a lot of people out there. Fortunately, I couldn't make that. I was out of town. My son's baseball. But from everything I heard about it, there were some representative from the park board and the town, from everybody. I would say the whole thing came out awesome. It was a good time. On that, also with the festival, Freedom Festival. Again, it's like everyone said, like the food was unbelievable. It was just like the people out there. It was another very good outcome turnout. So everybody in the Parks Department, Public Works, Police Department, Fire Department, everyone that was involved in that, they did an awesome job.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
That's all I have. Anything, Mary?
Baseball, are we anywhere on a meetup?
I did talk with Billy. Their president just resigned this week. So they're in the process of getting a new president, who's going to step up, whatever that is. We're going to start the process of talking to them. Basically looking for like an extension. There might be a few tweaks in there. So we'll probably be meeting, just with them saying, what do you want? Just to
Okay.
kind of get it, to kind of get it going.
Yeah, let's be ahead of the
Right.
season.
And like I said, it doesn't like to be done till March, but they want to get it done by January because they start signups in January. So they want to have everything kind of laid out.
So the person that stepped down, is that the one that comes here?
Yes. He
Okay.
has stepped down, in his email that he sent out to all of baseball,
Mm-hmm.
said, unfortunately they came upon some health issues in their family.
I see.
So he had to step down at this time.
Okay.
Town manager Billy has already spoken with who it looks like will probably be stepping up into that position. Looks like this is going to be a very seamless, very easy
Okay.
transition. Making some tweaks to what we did last time, a few tweaks in there. If everybody can agree with this and this, we might make this a big, kind of how we did for the girls softball.
Okay.
Make it like I don't know what we did at that, like 10 or 15 year, something like that.
Yeah.
But with this, they just emailed me. I forwarded that to you guys.
Yes.
Since then, Billy has reached out. A couple people talked to me. I talked to Billy. So we're gonna start that here in the next month or so. We're gonna get that going.
Okay.
So yes, like you said, Mary, stay ahead of it.
Yeah.
I also want to thank Parks and Rec for an awesome job. And Gabe Hernandez, I'd like to personally thank you for all your hard work, your dedication to this town. Don't think it doesn't go unrecognized.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Comes from the heart.
You have anything, Stephanie?
No.
That's all we have from the board. Town staff, we have Wayne Pondinas here.
I just want to bring up, like Mike brought up, the Freedom Fest, all the departments that help with that, Parks Department, the Fire Department, the Police Department, everybody. But a special shout out to the summertime help that helped carry that program out. They were out there working in the heat, and even our Parks Department, but they stood out and they helped make that work because we're busy in public works. So if it wasn't for summertime help and that program that we started, or that you guys started back up again, we probably wouldn't be as successful. They were out there picking up garbage and stuff and making sure everything looked good and neat. So a nice shout out to them. And even though they're part-time, they're valuable.
All right, and thank you for coming to the meeting tonight, Town Council Member Wayne Pondinas. Anything else from town staff? Gabe McKenna.
I wanted to touch base. We do have a concert and car show this Friday, July 18th. 51 Lincoln Band will be performing from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Lake Hills Park. I also wanted to touch base on, we have our grand opening for the community center coming up. That is on August 21st from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. There will be a free picnic, live music, local vendors, and games for the kids. This is a great chance to see our beautiful new space, and we are very excited for it.
Nice.
If you need help, holler. Okay.
We also wanted to say thank you guys for also volunteering for at the Freedom Fest. We couldn't have done it without you guys.
I loved it. Just put me with little kids and I'm happy. Put me with the little ones.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I got
Hernandez.
a small list. I'm gonna piggyback off McKenna with the community center. Some of the items that we might have to be purchasing is an ice machine. So I will be pricing that. Sometimes you don't think about something until it's in hindsight, right? We're going to have 200 guests. I'm sure they're going to want a cold beverage, not a warm beverage. But that's something that we can remedy before the opening. I'm not worried about it, but we should be able to have you some pricing for next board meeting. Additional parking light heads. I went ahead and made the call. Once speaking with the light reps on site, speaking of our goals, we're gonna put 2 more heads on, 1 more pole, and that's gonna give us maybe extra lights so we can go forward next year to add on to that parking lot. So not this year, but next year, we're gonna do another face that parking lot because, as you know, with the pickleball courts and with the skate park and now the community center, parking is gonna be in high demand over there. So we're gonna try to accommodate those needs by meeting that with the parking lot expansion in 2026. Moving on to the Gates bathroom, working with Glenn, has been a pleasure. He's very helpful, very accommodating. Hopefully we can get these bids going. I think we can get this in before late fall. If everything goes smooth, everything goes the way it's supposed to go, I think it's going to be a big hit, a big compliment to the park itself and kind of finish it off. Next year, once everything is done over there, we would like to probably reseal coat that parking lot, but it didn't make sense while doing construction there to reseal coat it and then get it ruined with construction traffic. So that's something upcoming as well. Switching gears for other projects that have been approved already. Lake Hills parking lot was seal coated earlier this month. I'm sorry, late last month. It looks great. It looks awesome. It was well needed, long overdue. I'm glad we got it done. Thank you guys for allowing us to do that. We also tomorrow, the contractor will be at Lake Hills on the bike trail. They will be repaving it. So that was approved a couple months ago, but he finally got freed up. It's the perfect time. Today, Public Works was actually able to get over there and do a lot of work at Lake Hills. So some of those things were adding drain tile along the bike trail that's going to be repaved tomorrow. So what that's going to allow for is there's hills coming down from the houses, and a lot of that water from the irrigation runoff or from like stormwater runoff runs that way, and that was some of the cause to the breakup of that bike trail. But now we're going to be able to fix that problem, and we'll have a nice bike trail. So that makes me happy. That should make the residents happy as well. Today we also cut 2 big oak trees down that were dead in Lake Hills. We had some complaints for safety. We're able to kind of make everything happen today. Again, this doesn't happen without our seasonal help. They're able to fill in the gaps on some of the other jobs that normally would go to our full-timers. So we're able to pivot on a dime and address those issues that that our residents have within the parks and within our town. What else did we do today? We did a lot today. Today was a good day. I mean, sometimes we have bad days, sometimes we have good days. We had a good day today, so I'm happy about that. We pushed back the overgrowth along the bike trail as well. That's going to help for the equipment to get in tomorrow when they do their paving. We're able to do that. This year, we've gotten every park weeds pulled and bushes trimmed once. We are now on our 2nd round of doing that. This is our first year being able to get through it that fast. These kids have really stepped it up. They all know their roles and their assignments, and they they carry them out well. So again, without them, we wouldn't be able to be on our second round. So we're back in Lake Hills again. We pulled a lot of weeds. I mean, everyone has weeds, right? You pull them, and a week later they're back. So we're pulling a lot of weeds. We're spraying. We're trying to keep up on this maintenance. It's a challenge, but it's a welcome challenge. Let's see what else we're doing. We're doing some cool stuff. The lights for Civic Park for the baseball fields, those are on order. Those should be in probably by the end of this month. Hopefully we get started and probably beat the fall ball season in. So that's going to be exciting to have some LED lights. I got a whole list of stuff here. Sorry about this. It's been a while since I've been here. I apologize. Breakdown tomorrow. Oh, yeah. The Heartland Park fence, that began yesterday. They have basically the whole fence ripped up, like down and out. They should be done by the end of the week with that fence. We passed out letters to all the homeowners. I've been in contact with their HOA maintenance or their HOA rep. We're in like full communication. We've also been in contact, which I'm meeting with the Lake Hills HOA tomorrow to go over their concerns with the park needs and maintenance. Are we going to be able to do everything at once? No, but this is the first step to getting this whole routine together to where we can get it like done every year. So if they know what we can do and we know what they want, we can kind of work some kind of like good relationship with each other. So that's pretty exciting too, actually. Bear with me here. We have a pickleball tournament through, I think, LC. Their staff was in here like a couple months ago, so we've been working with them. Actually, McKenna and Sam have been doing most of the work, and thank you for that. That's this weekend, this Saturday, right, McKenna? Hopefully they have a really good turnout. Hopefully the weather holds out. It's calling for rain, but you never know, right? Freedom Fest, again, to our park board members, Mary Therese and Pat Connolly, thank you for coming out. Again, thanks to our seasonal help, Rex, and the public works side. Everyone did their part. I mean, you guys saw them working out there. Everyone did a good job. It was a second year, for me doing this, and no problems. I mean, we had a couple small hiccups here and there, but not a problem. We worked through them quick. Everyone did their job, so that helps when everyone pulls through. From the fire department, they had their hands full with helping out with their combat challenge, keeping their regular duties for fire safety, and also their volunteer fire department doing the beer garden. So it was a big win. We're trying to learn and trying to help everyone out as far as each department. I think it's working. The Patno Gardens, we've been working with them closely too. I think we finally checked off most of their needs for this season, and it's starting to look nice out there. All the plants are in full bloom. Last month, switching gears again, me and two other tree board members met with a place called help me out, McKenna. What's the name? I should know this. A lot's on my mind. So, American in Bloom. Thanks, McKenna. So we spent 2 days with them, and we're expecting our observation and assessments probably at the end of August. We're looking forward to the list of things that we have to improve on as far as like beautification, plants, working with our community members, ways that we can be better as a community, as a park system, as a public works, as everything. So we're excited about that. That's it. That's all I got. Sorry about that. Thanks for bearing with me.
Thank you.
It was a lot.
That's a
Thank
good.
you guys
I
for
like
giving
it.
us the opportunity to get these projects done. They're actually fun. I mean, when you see it go from what it was to what it is, it's actually nice to see that go from nothing to something. So that's always a positive thing.
Nice. You made me think of something. We were talking about Heartland. That gate that we put in about 4 or 5 years ago, that yellow one.
Yes.
Is there a way we could look at that? I don't know if we can do it. Just kind of repaint it?
Yeah, we can get painted, for
Because
sure.
the yellow, like, you can see a lot of paint starting to chip off and everything.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years now. It's
But I think it
bad
was
weather.
probably 4 or 5 years since we put that in.
100% we can get that done.
Because now that we're getting the new fence and kind of making everything look a little bit nicer out there.
Uh-huh.
If they can get to that, I mean, if not, obviously,
So since we're talking, so we're gonna have a little bit more money left in our bike trail renewal, or our bike trail maintenance program. I'm thinking about seal coating the existing bike path that we fixed a couple of years ago at Lake Hills, and then maybe doing over at the back of Heartland Complex, doing that small stretch up to the baseball sheds to just repair that. So I think, I mean, if you guys are okay with them to go ahead and get some, like quotes on that and some bids on that.
that far side's getting bad.
Yeah, so just,
Really
just to
getting
kind of
a dip in
fix that up again, we're gonna put like around 50 grand a year is what we were like budgeting towards bike trail maintenance. And I think if we hit it hard every year, I think within 5 years, we'll be able to revamp all our bike trails.
Nice. Nice.
And that's it.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? Anything? All right. Payment of the bills. Looking for a motion to pay for the accounts payable voucher dates, July 15th, 2025, representing payments for payroll, supplies, services, and equipment rendered to the Park and Recreation Board for the town of St. John in the combined total of $80,000.49.
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion by Stephanie Kriesbaum. Do I have a second?
I'll second that, please.
I have a second by Mary Roberts. All in favor of the motion, signify with an aye.
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 Aye. Opposed with an A,
I'm at it again.
and it's carried. Any public comment? Looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion by Stephanie Kriesbaum to adjourn. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Can't go. We have a second by Mary. All in favor of adjourning, signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed, an A, and we're adjourned.